The Galactic Council chambers had never been so silent. Ambassador Jihan Chen sat motionless in the human delegation seat, her dark eyes fixed on the ornate ceiling, rather than the 17 alien species that comprised the Council. For the first time in 2 centuries, humanity had nothing to say. Council Speaker Vextar, a towering Zephyrian with crystalline features, cleared his throat, or what passed for one among his kind. Ambassador Chen, the Council requires a response to the taxation mandate. Your species has been allocated mining rights to the Kepler systems in exchange for 40% tribute to the Council treasury. Jihan remained perfectly still. Her silence stretched like a taut wire across the vast chamber. Ambassador? Vextar's voice carried a note of uncertainty. The other council members shifted uneasily in their seats. Humans were known for many things: their relentless chatter, endless negotiations, and infuriating ability to find loopholes in any agreement. But never silence. The Altarian representative, a slug-like creature named Gorth, activated his translation matrix. Perhaps their communication device is malfunctioning. Humans are quite primitive in their biotechnology. Jihan's jaw tightened almost imperceptibly. Still, she said nothing. 3 hours passed. The Council had tried everything. Direct questions, veiled threats, even offers of reduced tribute. The human ambassador sat like a statue carved from stone, occasionally taking sips from a small container of water, but otherwise remaining completely motionless. Finally, Vextar called for a recess. In the corridors outside, alien diplomats clustered in confused groups. The Kelian ambassador, her swift wing, approached the human delegation's quarters with cautious steps. As a species that communicated primarily through harmonic frequencies, the Kelians had always admired humanity's verbose nature. Ambassador Chen, her swift wing's voice carried concerned undertones, has something happened to your vocal apparatus? Jihan looked directly at her, and for a moment her swift wing thought she would speak. Instead, the human woman reached into her diplomatic pouch and withdrew a small device. She typed something quickly and showed the screen to the Kelian. I can speak just fine. I simply choose not to. Her swift wing's feathers ruffled in confusion. But why? Your species has never, Jihan typed again. Ask them. When the council reconvened, word of Jihan's written response had spread throughout the station. The vast chamber buzzed with whispered conversations in dozens of languages, but the human section remained completely quiet. Vextar's crystalline form seemed to dim slightly. Ambassador Chen, we understand you are capable of communication. The council demands to know why you refuse to speak. Jihan stood slowly. She walked to the center of the chamber, her footsteps echoing in the silence. From her diplomatic pouch, she withdrew a large tablet and connected it to the chamber's holographic display system. Words appeared in the air above them, translated simultaneously into every language represented. For 200 years, humanity has participated in this council. We have negotiated in good faith. We have honored every treaty, paid every tribute, followed every mandate, even when they contradicted previous agreements. When the Zephyrians demanded exclusive mining rights to our home system, we negotiated alternative arrangements. When the Altarians claimed our agricultural worlds violated their religious sensibilities, we found compromise. When the Thracians declared our music psychically invasive, we created new art forms. We talked. We reasoned, we bent. We adapted. And what did we receive in return? Yesterday, the Council passed Resolution 847G, demanding that humanity surrender custody of our own children to approved alien educational facilities for proper galactic integration. This resolution was passed without consultation, without negotiation, without even the courtesy of advance notice. The Council has declared that human parents are unfit to raise human children. This is not taxation. This is not resource allocation. This is an attempt to erase our species from within. So no, honored council members, humanity will not be talking anymore. We are done explaining why our ways matter. We are done justifying our right to exist as we choose. We are done pretending that negotiation is possible with those who view compromise as weakness and kindness as invitation for exploitation. Humanity hereby withdraws from all council treaties, mandates, and agreements effective immediately. We will be taking our children home now, all of them. From every world, every station, every council facility. We will also be taking our technology, Our medicines, our agricultural techniques, our entertainment, our art, and our friendship. The galaxy will discover what it truly means to exist without humanity's constant chatter. The chamber erupted. 17 species began shouting simultaneously. Demands, threats, desperate negotiations. But Jihan simply packed her tablet away and walked toward the exit. "Ambassador!" Vextar's voice cracked like breaking crystal. "You cannot simply leave." The economic implications alone. Jihan paused at the chamber doors. For just a moment, she looked back over her shoulder. "Watch us," she said quietly. Those were the last words any human would speak to the Galactic Council for the next 50 years. But by then, as the galaxy struggled with collapsed supply chains, widespread famine, and a dozen brewing wars that humanity's diplomatic corps had been quietly preventing for decades, those words had become the most famous phrase in Council history. The silence that followed taught the galaxy a lesson they would never forget. Sometimes the most powerful thing the universe's greatest talkers could do was simply stop talking. And when humanity finally did return to the Council chambers 5 decades later, it was not as supplicants seeking approval, but as equals demanding respect. Jihan's daughter carried that same quiet strength in her voice when she addressed the Reformed Council for the first time. "Now shall we begin again?"